now. Someone who will be voting on President-elect Biden's plan, Tennessee Republican Congressman Mark Green. Well, yes, and that was some rescue package that was outlined last night. Your thoughts on it, Representative Green?
Charles, thanks for having me on the show. I think it's just more grotesque, payback for people who supported the Democrats in both this Congress and the administration. You look at the $15 minimum wage. They're talking about doubling the minimum wage. That is going to crush small businesses that are struggling right now. You know, in the face of so many other things, they're not doing liability reform. There is no stimulus for those small businesses. Then they're going to turn around and slap that on them. It's just going to crush them. It's going to crush the economy. And these guys are. It started with Obama. They designed their packages to basically concentrate power in Washington. Obamacare drives to a single-payer system. This Biden stimulus is going to push people through automation, out of work, and on the government, creating more government dependency. It's obvious in its design.
What happens, though, to push back? Right now, let's be honest, Republicans aren't necessarily in a position, I mean, they're on the hills, right? You got the events of last week. You've got now the impeachment stuff going on. You've got the mood of the nation. How do Republicans push back without looking like they're just heartless and uncaring?
Well, we want people who are unemployed to find a job. We want people to have a job and have an opportunity to actually go from one place in life to another. You know, Charles, I started out, I grew up on a dirt road in Mississippi. And with opportunity, I created something special for my family. And that's what we want for all Americans, every single American. That's what Republicans want. But what the Democrats want to do is addict people to government. And they want dependency on government. And we're just going to keep pushing our message. They're going to keep pushing theirs. The American people will see the difference.
Well, their message, though, if we're going to be honest, right now has the momentum. And what someone will say, listen, that's an amazing story. So why don't we give someone $15 minimum wage so that they can start their way down that path on that same dirt road?
It's a great question. $15 minimum wage, doubling the minimum wage will force automation. Right here in Clarksville, Tennessee, where I live, the McDonald's doesn't use automated tellers. They use people who have a job. And in Seattle, when they increased the minimum wage out there, McDonald's went to automation. And then those people were out of work. So that's the problem with doubling the minimum wage. You put people out of work. You can't do that. Yeah. That's how it creates dependency on the government.
No, I agree with you 1,000%. I think it's the messaging part that's got to be worked on because, you got to be able to tell people, listen, we love you, and because we love you, we believe you can make it without getting stuck on this same cycle of poverty. Congressman, it's a question I think we'll be talking about a whole lot over the next 4 years for sure. Thank you for joining us.